Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. My name is
I got it. First and foremost, want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. The honors to the apostle, and that was great millstone, peace, citation. Brothers doing the work of sincerity and the truth. Go for elect. The brothers waiting every day, praying for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai to return so we can get out this place. Peace, citation to you, brothers. Hey, brothers just vibing, spirit. These brothers had a journey, had a spiritual journey. Brothers going in. They was out there searching, out there searching for the truth, searching not for the truth, but just more things to add to the arsenal through the work. Although we know that the Holy Bible has everything we need, man. But the brothers found was riding the day, and they just found spiritual books. More books, things that if we search, we'll find. Things. So we came over and we just communicate with each other, and then brothers brought out articles.
Which eventually led us to this point right here.
There we go.
Which we're gonna do a video going into the mark of the beast. All right. Which at this moment, if you don't know what the mark of the beast is, it's clear that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai ain't dealing with you.
That's right.
All right, because the prophets are putting it out there. They're prophesying. They're letting you know. You still got people that are hard-headed. They're thinking that the mark of the beast is philosophy. White women, Christianity. But it clearly tells you whenever you go into, what you have to do is you have to go into words. You go into the word mark in the particular verse in Revelation 13 and 16, and the word mark means it's karagma, which means a thing inserted. You go into the root word of that, it's karax, and it tells you pretty much right there, And if you can't see that, then you don't have the spiritual eye to see it. The brother has a few articles, that he's gonna go into, and we just hope and pray through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that this video is edifying.
This article is from The Guardian, The Observer. Our brain plants, the future of thinking.
Brain implants.
Mm-hmm. And Esau will slowly condition you to think it's okay for you to accept these brain implants, and slowly have you thinking that it's not nothing wrong with it. Brain-computer interface technology is moving fast, and Silicon Valley is moving in. We will soon be typing with our minds. And almost 2 years ago, Dennis DeGray sent an unusual text message to his friend. You are holding in your hand the very first text message ever sent from neurons of the mind into a mobile device of another. He recalled it read, "You just made history." And if you can't see that this right here, this tech is the future, how the Esau is going to fulfill the mark of the beast prophecy. This, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is certainly not dealing with you. The grade 66, who has been paralyzed from the collarbone down since an unlucky fall over a decade ago. He was unable to send a message because in 2006 he had 2 tiny squares of silicone protruding metal electrons surgically implanted in his motor cortex, the part of the brain that controls movement. This records the activity of his neurons for translation into an external action. By imaging, moving a joystick with his hands, he is able to move a cursor to select letters on a screen.
So he basically can do this with his mind.
That's what it's going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
With the power of his mind.
With the power of his mind, and he can do this with his mind. This is not that. This is the technology that the so-called white man, which basically the physical part of Satan, is bringing out. He's bringing out on the and it's going to be in the mass production, because what if I can't see or I can't hear or I can't whatever, and you bring in this technology, and all I got to do is have basically some type of device that's planted inside my brain or my hand, and I'm not able to do that, and I'm not able to do that physically do it, and then the world sees it, and they this is a great thing. What you mean? But the men of the Lord, they know that this is a horrible thing, man. This thing is called it's gonna be eventually the very chip. I mean, it was the very chip, but it's really the RFID chip, man.
Okay.
This is what Yahweh Shai explained in the scriptures about what's going to happen. Because what if you're blind, it's because Yahweh Shai wanted you blind. You know, like these things like these are like when the apostles saw the man that was blind, and they asked the question, was his mother or father? Okay, now you look about that. Okay, think about that. It was just for a reason to show the power of Yahweh Shai. Now this is what Satan wanted to do, to show you try to show his power on his side, to try to pull visuals, because now some people probably can't see clear like we might can. They might can see figures and recognize the face or recognize the voice. Now you can put the face with the voice, seeing spots. But the arm, I seen one guy. He had a amputee, but the robotic arm was on some type of stand away from his body, and he was moving it. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay,
and he was moving it from not even attached to the what's the name. So this is going to be the great thing. It's going to be a great thing it's going to be the miracles or the marvelous things in that's being shown in the world. Okay.
It even said he bought products on Amazon and moved a robotic arm to stack blocks.
So now he can actually do shit. He couldn't do what? He was basically
He's paralyzed from the neck down.
He couldn't do shit. What you think somebody gonna do if they had? See, but this is what Satan wants you to do. Wants you to believe that this is what the Lord. Excuse me, Shalaki. The Lord is showing you these things in the scriptures of how true these things is. Can I get 1 Corinthians 2:11 real quick? No, real quick.
I got it. 1 Corinthians 2:11. For what a man knoweth the things of a man.
No. 2 Corinthians 2:11.
2:11.
You got 11.
1 Corinthians 2:11.
No, go to 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians.
Yeah.
Okay. The water, brother. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, we are not ignorant of his devices.
See, the prophet's not ignorant of what this devil is willing, how far he's willing to go, and what he's willing to do to basically have you sell your soul or get that mark of the beast, man. But the prophets know that this is what Satan's going to do, you know, because everything is going to what he's trying to make cyborgs out of everybody, man. All right, you got something to say, bro?
Yeah, this is also, him exalting himself above the Most High Heavenly Father, to make it, because what he's trying to do, he's trying to go through and correct the Most High Heavenly Father. All of these different ailments, these different diseases and plagues that people have, this is the judgment of our power.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't walk, if you can't move, if you're bound to a wheelchair because you have cerebral palsy, or if you are paraplegic, that was the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So Esau, trying to exalt himself, and make himself a god above the true living power, above Yahweh, Yahweh, he's trying to make himself as Yahweh. So this is Isaiah the 14th chapter, verse 13. And I'm sure there's other chapters that solidifies that point, but this is the only one that I can think of right now. It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation of the north, a congregation in the side of the north." But the point to abstract from this is the fact that it says in here that he will set his throne above the stars of Yahweh. So you're trying to exalt yourself above the power of heaven and earth that created all things, and in whose hand judgment is. So when someone's born blind, when someone's born deaf, all right, when someone's born, with cerebral palsy, that's his judgment. He put that there to hinder them. But you believe that you can correct the Most High Heavenly Father, and you can only go to so far, But a lot of people that have these different ailments and these different sicknesses or these different limitations, because they're within this body and the Lord bound them with whatever, ailment that he bound them with, when this mark of the beast is fully implemented, people are going to be deceived by it because they're going to say, okay, well, I can see again. I can hear again. I lost my arms, but I can have movement again. I can have mobility. I can move my body. I can walk. I can grab things. And the way that this technology is set up, it's set up to your it says the cortex. What did that say? Cerebral cortex. So you have a chip that's connected to motor cortex. You have a chip that's implanted in your motor cortex, and it has cords attached to it. That comes out of your brain. They drill a hole in there. They put the chip inside of your brain. What else fits the mark of the beast besides that? It says if you receive it in your right hand or in your forehead. Which your forehead doesn't literally have to be your forehead. It can be anywhere in your head.
I got something real quick, because the motor cortex is the part of the cerebral cortex in the brain where the nerve impulses originate that initiates voluntary muscle activity. So that's what they implanted.
Not only muscle activity, but you'll be able to feel things again as well. So this is the devil deceiving. So I have one more precept. This is Revelations 2:20 and 10. It says, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophets are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Salakia, let me find that. I'll come back around to it. It's still going to be on time. You got it, Aki.
It's Revelations 13 and 14, and deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Yeah, and the miracles in this particular verse is talking about making that fire rain down.
Oh, okay.
Making that fire rain down through the atomic bomb that they dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Okay.
But there's another one. And that's what I was looking for.
Okay, kind of.
And it should be Revelations 19 and 20. If you want to grab that one.
I will grab it, brother. Revelation 19:20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that brought miracles before him, and which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. And both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone.
Okay, you got it.
And kind of, this is a so-called miracle for this guy. He can send text messages with his brain. He can buy things with Amazon. He can make phone calls with his mind and talk to people. This is a miracle for this guy. They couldn't do nothing before. And just think about it. As soon as they get it down perfected to where that Elon Musk tech,
they already got it perfected.
Where you want to stream. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the right moment to roll it out. So when Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is ready, he's going to put it in their mind to forcefully implement it, So everything happens according to the Lord's measures. It tells you in the book of 2nd Ezra 4 and 37, Y'all grab it real briefly. This is 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter, in the 37th verse, which reads, it says, by measure have he measured the times, and by numbers have he numbered the times, and doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. You know, so everything is done in different measurements by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Everything is already calculated and planned out. So our power knows exactly when he's going to be ready for them to roll this out. You know, and we're approaching that. You know, right now things are okay. People are buying and selling. Victuals are so good, cheap upon the earth. All right, a measure of wheat for a penny, measure of barley for a penny. Are you getting cheap meals? But eventually, what's going to happen? Hey, that dollar bill is going to collapse. Right now, you got Russia dumping off the dollar. You got Iran dumping off the dollar. You got China dumping the dollar. All right? And these elites are they know the way that they're going to take to gain control over all of these people, a perpetual control. And what they're going to do is they're going to implement this mark of the beast system, and people are going to be willing to connect to it. People are going to be willing to receive the brain chip or the RFID chip, because these elites are going to make things so bad in the earth to the point where it seems like getting this implant is the only logical thing to do. I want to eat, you know. I want my life to be stable again. I don't want my life to be, you know, chaotic. You know, I'm tired of all of the looting in the street. I'm tired of scrambling and searching for food and digging through houses for food. You know, I want things to be back to normal. So a lot of people, they're going to take that. They're going to take it for that reason, to escape the famines. All right. And they're going to also take it for the fact of wanting to be able to get their mobility back. All right. And to do certain things that they wasn't able to do before.
All right. Brother, about the image up. Wow. And you're right. They're not going to be able to do stuff they're not going to be able to do before. The brother got an image he about to put on the screen of a guy who just basically, the guy got implants like it's a wall socket in his head, man. You're like an outlet that's sitting on your wall right now. This got people looking stupid, but they're gonna look stupid for the sake of so-called technology, man. For the bringing out the new thing, like the apostles always bring out. Guys can't get in the Baja Club without having the chip. Now you got the chip going in the Baja Club. You look at that as, oh shit. But this guy's an elite person. I want one too. You know, the rapper's gonna get it. You know, shit. You can't go start rapping about it. Talking about my hand open all doors and open up all doors and floors for you whores. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like I
got the chip ready to explore evermore.
Yeah, it's gonna be and that's gonna be a soon. The prophecy gonna come soon. You know, you got other camps, and I always talk about other camps that try to say it's just an embargo or it's not real. Look, man, you taking the truth after the scriptures and make it into a lie. So, since you're taking away, how about Shema Shai is going to take you out of his presence, man? Because look, it's no reason not to understand that the chip is going to be physical. But I still got to look at it. How about Shema Shai don't want them to get it? He don't want them to get it. We got to look at it as that. You know, got something?
I see a little thing where they say beyond typing. No one is specific. No one is too specific. Brain command to smart speaker. Brain-to-brain communication. Enhanced memory.
So you got like a telepathy thing going on. You know, mental telepathy now. You know, now you becoming like a superhuman. Now I can talk to this brother without even thinking. You know, we don't have that ability at this moment, but we could probably do something that might build a borderline of that thing. Because sometimes the brother know I love music. If I start a song, the brother he know where to go with. You know what I mean? It's just certain things. Now, the time is these things are going to creep into people's lives, and the world is going to indulge in it, like the brother said, for to get out of what's about to come up. It's either have poverty or be able to have. And these motherfuckers still gonna destroy it. They got a policy to say they want a half of only 500 million people on the earth. So you think your chip is gonna seclude you? I guess some people think the first 500 million, the first, not 500 million, first 500 million is gonna make it. And, you know, this ain't entering into the club or something. This is life and death. This is what Yahweh Shai wants, though. He about to bring this drama, man. He don't want all you niggas out here anyway, polluting the goddamn earth and you goddamn crackers. And matter of fact, y'all, there's so many people on the earth at this moment that, hey, the judgment is gonna come and a lot gonna be destroyed from that, man. The chip is real. And then you other Israelite camps that's pulling away the chip and not making it important, just bring it out. If you don't take it, they're gonna be probably the one to take it.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Romans 14 and 13. Let us not therefore judge one another anymore, but judge this rather, that no man put a stumbling block on occasion to fall in his brother's way.
That's what Satan do.
And teaching that the mark of the beast is something else besides the RFID chip and the brain chip. Having all of this evidence before your very eyes, seeing videos of people getting it, seeing videos of people buying. It's the same technology that's inside of your smartphone, but the smartphone isn't implemented inside of your hand. They don't take this. You don't take the smartphone and make an incision in your hand and put the smartphone in your hand, you know. Or make an incision and put this big ass smartphone inside of your mind, so it's not the actual smartphone. All right, but that same technology that's within the smartphone will be within that chip. The same technology that's within this device that we're recording on will be within that chip. And you take those chips and you put that inside of you by cutting into the flesh and making an incision, you know. And you're seeing videos on that. And people will say, okay, well, if that's the mark of the beast, why would Esau let you know what it's going to be? Because this devil, he doesn't care if you know what the mark of the beast is or not, because when it all comes down to it, really your lives are dependent upon this table. So therefore your life isn't a life. And you've become so dependent upon his table to the point where if he unplug you from this, it would just be like unplugging somebody from life support. With a lot of you, your life support isn't Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It's not the scriptures. You don't have faith. You don't trust in the Lord. There's only a small remnant that trusts in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's why the elect is small. It's a small remnant. And those are going to be the only ones that don't bow down to this devil to take the chip. The rest of you won't take it. It doesn't matter if you know about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai or not. You got a lot of guys that are out there, they're not part of the elect. Guess what? But they might be calling upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushai right now. And that day they're going to take the chip. So it really doesn't matter if you know or not, because Esau's agenda is to make life so deplorable and things so chaotic to the point where you feel like you have no other choice but to take it. Which I'll grab a scripture in a minute if you Akim.
I have a scripture for you. Numbers 11:4.
That's perfect.
Bring it out, bro.
Numbers 11:4. And a mixed multitude that was among them fell lusting, and the children of Israel wept again and said, who shall give us fish to eat? And remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, and the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But now our soul is dried away, and there is nothing at all besides all this manna before our eyes. And some of y'all jakes, y'all gonna hurry up and run up and get that mark of the beast RFID microchip, because y'all gonna want to eat.
I gotta eat.
Y'all gonna want to drink. Y'all gonna want to smoke.
Yep. I got it. My kids gotta eat. My brother's like that, man. My brother got these badass. All he got is badass kids, man. I'm talking about kids that's 4 and 5 still shitting in diapers, man. Listen, man. And all he talking about, he done got into it with, and he has enough to provide well, but he don't have enough to provide well. He living in this place, and he's dealing with these demon women. My whole point of this thing is, guys like that are going to do anything to make sure that they get to eat, his kids eat, or whatever. Some people, it's just a fact. That's what they're going to do. They're going to put something in their mind to what they say, to not alleviate, to make you know what I mean? I'm trying to say to basically make it easy for them to get the chip, man.
Call ourselves that I gotta support my kids.
Yeah, I gotta get my kids together. Man, they gotta eat, man. You better pray to the Lord, man. Because that's what it's at. That's sorry, bro.
Okay.
That's a big thing about it, man. You're not preparing yourself. It's like it's a song I heard. There's a verse that say it's all about preparing yourself for the return, and the trip to your soul is the only way you learn. But if you choose not to go, that ain't my concern. I guess the hell you just got to burn. That's the song. The devil will tell lies and try to trick your souls to receive it and tell you that my Lord ain't coming back, and you believe it. Regardless if you listen to me, in the end we'll see. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the nicest verses I ever heard, man. So it's
and that's exactly what Esau's trying to do.
Yeah,
Esau's trying to trick you to believe that Yahweh ain't returning, and that if you do take this mark of the beast, there's no consequence for taking it. This is the only way that you'll be able to stabilize your life and get your life back.
Right.
All right, but we know through the scriptures that this is this deception. And I believe that scripture in Corinthians that you wanted to bring out, it says that we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. That's a device of Esau Edom. Because we know that the spiritual demon Satan is set up to deceive Esau Edom. We know that the spiritual demon Satan works for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, but the so-called white man, he's Satan, but he's rogue.
Yeah, he's doing his job, man.
Yeah.
You guys act like he's not going. Satan is going to do his job. And his whole goal. Let me get this real quick. It says, this is 1 Peter 5. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Who is that? Your enemy, the so-called white man, woman, child. Because why we say that? All of them. If you look at the so-called white man, his woman and child, the agendas that they all have about homosexuality, about what they call in this word being adulteress is okay. You just, why you kill him? You know what I mean? You could have just left her alone. The so-called black woman is in that too. They advocate this mess, and they're gonna advocate the chip. The chip is gonna be a part of. Man, we gotta. What you say, bro? What you always say, bro? We gotta get out of here, bro, because time is gonna prove what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has been saying. So, like as Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has been saying, his time is going, and it's gonna be at the right time. We just gotta wait. The men of the Lord is right here, just eating popcorn, like just watching. We watching. We know we already know what the next move is. We know. We're waiting on the Lord, man. We already got the visuals. While we get the visuals, we got the script. We already know the words. We already know what's going to happen next. All right? Got it, bro?
Yeah, I got something. This is the book of Genesis, the 47th chapter, verse 18. And this is how bad the conditions are going to be, because it's going to be famines. All right, and when people get hungry, people tend to do, things that they wouldn't normally do, man.
Gotcha.
When you hungry and you ain't ate in a week, and you gon' it's gonna get ugly, man. You're gonna turn into a monster.
Yep.
You know, you're gonna lose all of your wits. You're gonna lose your mind. All right, people that you wouldn't normally consider an enemy is now your enemy, whether it be friend or neighbor.
God.
All right, you eat things that you wouldn't normally eat. You're gonna have people eating people, man.
Yep.
God.
All right, it happened before. Women ate their children. Men ate their children. All right, in the siege and straightness. All right, when Jerusalem was being sieged in 70 AD, and all of the food ran out, people they began to eat leather. Once the leather was gone, they ate the leaves off the trees. Once that was gone, the only thing that they had left to eat was each other, man. You know, there's a story in the Josephus about a woman eating her own child, cut her child in half, and saved one side for herself, and was trying to give the others to the robbers that were coming into her house, because this was a successful woman, a so-called in this day she would be a so-called successful black woman, man. All right, all of you successful black women, this is the result of
Your independence.
Yeah, you being independent. This is a result of you telling your man, all right, where is your power? Where is God to save you?
Whoa, let me get that real quick, bro.
You know, this is your judgment. This is the judgment of those that are unfaithful. Our conditions are going to become so bad to the point where you're out of your wits. You're not doing things that you normally would do. And when you find yourself doing them things that you normally wouldn't do, you're gonna loaf yourself. You're gonna hate the conditions that you're in.
That's what they said. 2 seconds. It said, this is Job 2:9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thy integrity? Curse God and die. So that's what they want us to. That's what the so-called woman would tell us. That hey man. The so-called Negro woman y'all better get ready, man. Because the real reality of this devil is gonna come out and show his horns, and y'all gonna I see Jake women always with Edomite men. They think they're gonna get by the curses out. Okay.
And everything is all good because right now you're in the years of plenty.
Yep.
But they don't know that dearth is coming. That famine upon the water, famine upon. There's famines going on as we speak. You know, there's droughts, there's wildfires, crops are being destroyed, too much rain in a particular area, the land flood, cattle die.
Yep.
There become a drought on beef.
Yep.
So they can't sell you beef. So guess what? They put swine in everything, man.
Yep.
All right, but eventually there's gonna be different